Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Glade here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be doing a part 2 analysis of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Pokedex and how competitively viable each Pokemon I think is going to be. In the first part we covered all the non-Paradox forms. In today's video we're going to be covering all the Paradox forms, and I'm going to be going much more in depth in this video. So if you want a really large competitive analysis of these Pokemon, definitely the right video for you. And if you're new to the channel, smash the like button down below for more VGC content, more Scarlet and Violet content coming your way. Subscribe, of course. And check out the Twitter linked in the channel description, because you definitely don't want to miss that. Follow my Twitter, that'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you guys for all the support in part 1 of this video. I really didn't think it was going to pop off that great, but it did. So without further ado, let's get into part 2. Alright, where the fuck were we? Alright, Volcarona. After Volcarona, it's Salamence. Ooh, I have some things to say about Roaring Moon. Number 1, design-wise, where is he? Okay, let's talk about Mischievous' sprite real quick. Because maybe if I see its sprite... Okay, no, the sprite looks good. I like its sprite. Salamence's sprite, this thing looks like either a Digimon or a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and I love it. I think design-wise, it is so fucking sick. Number 1, they made a massive W for Salamence in every way. Sure, it loses a bit of physical bulk, but you have more HP and more Spadef, so automatically a W. And you lose a stat Salamence doesn't exactly care about. I mean, sure, you go from having Mence being a mix. Sure, you can run Mixed Mence. Mixed Mence is actually a really cool set, because you can run, like... Actually, Special Mence might even be better than Physical Mence, but you can run, like, DD... Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and Flamethrower. But now you have 55 special attacks, so you can't really do that, but still, I think it's cool. And you get a little bit more in attack, and you get 19 points in speed, which automatically means that a lot of Pokemon that hit the 100 mark, so like you have Volcarona, or like the 105 mark, so Miss Magius, like the Screamtail guy, the Sandy Shocks, that would normally threaten you because they're faster and they're going to get off damage first. Now you're faster than them, and you probably still retain Earthquake. Dragon Dark isn't the best offensive typing. Dragon Dark is a pretty... Dragon Dark for special is really good. Physical, I don't exactly know, because it's dual stabs. Like, what is it going to run? It's going to run Dragon Claw and Crunch. Well, those aren't the strongest dual stab moves. And you're probably going to want to run Dragon Dance if you want to get any like extreme damage output. Now, that being said, the Photosynthesis ability does allow you to choose whatever boost you want. So theoretically, you can just get a Pulse 1 off the bat, and it turns those mediocre stabs into really offensive power. But I think really you're going to need a Dragon Dance to make this mon work. But when you Dragon Dance, oh, this thing's going to go fucking crazy. Holy shit. I cannot wait for this mon. Let's put it this way. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how people use it. In BGC, I think it'll be good. I think with a Follow Me redirection, I think it's going to be really good. I feel like it's going to be like, it has... Dark is good. Dark is a good typing for VGC. So it's going to carve its niche specifically because of that. I think Dark is a really good typing for VGC. So it already kind of established itself as like being good just because of that. But I don't know exactly how good it's going to be, because Dark and Dragon is not the best typing. Now, there is another Pokemon, Hydragon, which we'll talk about, but Hydragon's Dark and Dragon works a lot better for it. Number 1, because of its ability being immune to Earthquake, so it's actually a defensive pivot, because you can like pivot in on an Earthquake, probably get a Paladin or like an Excadrill or like a Landorus specifically. It's a really great Landorus pivot, although obviously you're weak to U-turn, but you know what I mean. Like, you can pivot on ground type moves, which makes it more of an effective pivot. And also it has higher special attack, and it can utilize that special attack better because of the moves, the coverage moves that it gets, because it gets Flamethrower, it gets Fire Blast, and it gets Draco Meteor. So it has better offensive stabs, so you can utilize that better than what Dragon Claw and Crunch, which don't have exactly high base power. So it's that trade-off. Like, yeah, this guy has better stats and it has a better ability, and it has an ability that can give it even better stats, but Hydragon has a bit more going for it in terms of its move pool having more base power overall, and its ability making it immune to Intimidate. Although I still think this guy's going to be like really fucking good. It's definitely going to be It's definitely going to be OU, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to be OU. Alright, Future Version, we don't know much about that. Iron Tread's Donphan, I don't really like. I think he's cool. Ground Steel is nice. And at 106 speed is fucking insane. So, you know what? This guy can be pretty good. And Cork Drive is like, boost the Pokemon's most proficient stat on electric terrain. Or if the Pokemon's holding a booster's energy. So, mean the most proficient stat, which means whatever is your highest stat, it will boost. So, do you want a more defensive Donphan? Alright, we'll boost your defense. You want more offensive Donphan? Alright, we'll boost your attack. Like, or do you want speedy Donphan? Boost your speed. There's a lot of potential here. I don't think this mon is not going to be as good as the past form, just because I think this mon overall is just worse in most aspects. But I think it still can be good. I think it still can legitimately carve a niche. Alright. Holy shit! Okay, I did actually not see this the other Volcarona forms stat distribution. Damn, what the fuck? Wait, that's kind of crazy. So, Fire Poison is a really cool typing, a really good offensive special typing, and it fully goes into that now. I think I like this because 110 speed is good. Like, this 81 speed puts it in a really awkward spot where you're kind of forced into running the Photosynthesis. What does Photosynthesis do again? Boost the most proficient stat in harsh sunlight. No, wait. Oh, so Photosynthesis isn't like you choose what stat you want to boost. It's whatever stat is your highest. So, okay, that makes sense. So, no, okay, I don't like this mon then. Because I thought Photosynthesis worked like you have 1 of 6 options. You can choose to boost one of your stats. And you chose which one it was. So I thought you could give a Volcarona a +1 in speed, and then suddenly you're really speedy and you have good offenses, and then you're good. But no, it's your most proficient stat. So for Volcarona, if you invest in attack, your most proficient stat is going to be your attack, so it'll boost that. Which means Slitherwing is going to be pretty bad unless you use Sticky Webs, but I think it's going to be inconsistent because 81 speed for a sweeper type Pokemon is not that good. So, unless this thing gets like Clever Dance. Or like Victory Dance. If it gets Victory Dance, oh, it's fucking broken, dude. It's broken. Oh shit, I don't want to go all the way there. I think if it gets Victory Dance, it's GG's. The meta's over. Let's put it that way. But this Volcarona is insane. So 140 special attack automatically is the crazy shit of all time. 110 speed, amazing, because it's able to outspeed a lot of this Pokemon. It's able to outspeed Pokemon like that Donphan form and that Virizion. And where's the other one? What, the Mismagius and like Sandy Shocks and shit. I don't know what else. It's able to tie with Graffifi and other Pokemon that are in like that 100 to 109 range, which is really nice because for an offensive Pokemon like this, you kind of need that. Quark Drive, not the best ability, but I think also Quark Drive kind of works as how's Quark Drive work again? Okay, so you already boost your special attack. So here's the thing. You get like 1 speed boost on this guy and it's over. Because literally, this mon is like, you send it out, and if you have Quark Drive active, you boost your special attack, and this thing becomes an insane breaker. This thing's going to be one of the best breakers. Fire Poison is a really good typing, and hopefully it gets like coverage. Hopefully it gets like decent coverage. I like Fire Poison as a typing. I don't think it's going to be maybe the best, because you kind of lack a bit of... You're kind of walled by like rock type Pokemon a bit, so hopefully it gets like good coverage. But damn, that's fucking crazy. Like, that thing's gonna hit so hard. I don't think it's gonna be good in VGC because it does not have good VGC typing, just because like water is very prevalent. ground's very prevalent and rock's very prevalent. So all things that this guy does not appreciate. And you know, you're thinking, okay, well, what if I just like slap Fallen Meteors next to it? Well, obviously you're gonna face Rock Slaying, you're gonna face Earthquake anyway, so it's not gonna matter because this thing's dying. So it's not gonna be good in VGC, but Jesus, it could be good in VGC. It could be good because a lot of these Pokemon, I don't know. This guy's not gonna be good in VGC, but in singles, holy shit, yeah, it's gonna be good. All right. Iron Hand Hariyama. This is literally one of the biggest buffs I've seen. So they gave Hariyama a more offensive typing. They gave Hariyama a better ability because as long as you make sure that, I guess you can't boost HP stat, I guess, because that would be kind of fucking broken. So literally you're going to be boosting your attack stat with the Quark Drive. So you're turning this shit into an amazing offensive breaker. Great typing in fighting and electric. That electric combo pairs so nicely and allows you to hit a lot better things. It gives you that neutrality to flying. It allows you to hit bulky waters. That's the main thing. Hariyama, before, how do you really break bulky waters? I guess you go Guts in the Facade, which respect because it will break them. But like now you have super effective moves. Your move pool is like enhanced so much. You have better bulk now. I mean, you went from 60 defense to 108 and you gained 8 in special defense and 10 in HP. Like, Jesus Christ. And then you gain 20 in like in attack. Like, this is one of the best buffs I've ever seen to a Pokemon. And Hariyama is going to be good in VGC. Hariyama was good when in base Sun and Moon. Hariyama was good in Sun and Moon meta, and Hariyama is going to be good now. I think Hariyama is going to be a good lower tier Pokemon in singles, and it's going to be an incredibly good VGC Pokemon because it gets moves. It gets moves like Fake Out. You can run you can still run the regular Hariyama if you want, or if you want more coverage, you can run the Future Paradox. You can run the Paradox form. But like, what the fuck? I think this guy just gains so much more potential. Like, Jesus, because they give it like such a huge stat boost. I can't really say much else, but I feel like they boosted this guy. I feel like this guy probably gets Ice Punch now. He seems like, because you call it the Iron Hands, I feel like it gains a lot more elemental type punches and shit. Like, oh my god. And the stat distribution is insane, because that 40-point gain means that, like, okay, you added the electric type, you added the electric type to it, so you added ground weakness. But you're not going to be dropping from an Earthquake because you have 154 HP and 108 defense. So you're going to be living Earthquakes. Or you're going to be living a Earthquake. And because it's called Iron Hands, I'm very tempted to think that, okay, yeah, it's called Iron Hands because it is the future, and they call a lot of Pokemon the Iron, which I don't understand. Like, the future is called Iron Julius, and this kind of deals with the metal nature. But I feel like they might give it Ice Punch. So they give it Ice Coverage, you're going to be able to hit back against those types anyways. Although there is still a case to be made for regular Hariyama as well, because you can get that Guts Facade off. But I feel like there's a case to be made for regular Hariyama in VGC. In singles, you're always going to be using Iron Hands over regular Hariyama for the most part, just because it has better stats. Hydragon, this guy is really interesting. So Iron Julius, that's what I'm gonna call it. Dark Flying, cool. So you already have like built-in Intimidate, which is kind of nice, but you lose Dragon, which is so fucking bad. Because here's the thing, Dragon is such a good offensive typing, and the ability to just drop a Draco, U-turn out or Roost, like, oh no, there was so much fucking. Dragon was so good, and then you give it Flying, so you're trying to make it Mandibuzz, but like, no, Dark Flying is like, I don't know, because here's the thing, you get. No, I don't like this change. I don't think this Pokemon is going to be good. Here's why. I was about to say, okay, well, it gains 10 in speed, so you're in that higher 100 range. You outspeed a lot of base 100s. But what are you doing? Flying Stab? What's your Flying Stab? Fucking Air Slash? So you're telling me you decided you went from a base 130 nuke move to a base 75 Air Slash? And if you're going to be that fucking guy that's going to run Raw Hurricane, go for it. But, no. This Pokemon's not going to be good. No. This Pokemon's not going to be good. They just fucked it up. I do like its design. I think it's cool, and we're gonna check the sprite arc for it. Also, dude, look at the Volcarona sprite. Look at all these sprites. Oh my god, look at the Volcarona. Hariyama's so cool. And then the Hydragon one looks so sick. But no, see that form, they really screwed it up. I like its design though, but I don't think it's gonna be good in either VGC or singles, just because they took all the good aspects about regular Hydragon and they just destroyed it. I do like the design and I get what they were going for, so I think it is cool. So props to them. Next up, T-Tar. Now this one, I think is a direct downgrade. Rock Electric. Okay, cool. So, any earthquakes that you used to live, you are now not living. Doesn't matter. The only thing, if you have an air balloon, that is the only way you're living earthquakes now. So, any weaker Mon's earthquake is going to fucking one-shot you. Electric's kind of cool, but you can't really utilize it, because what the fuck is electric? How does Tyranitar benefit from electric typing? Because, what, it gets Thunder Punch now? Ooh, scary base 75 base power move, and you're adding the 4 times ground weakness is probably the biggest thing, because there are a lot of scenarios in which you'll have a Tyranitar face down versus a Salamence, and the Salamence goes for Earthquake, but because it's only 2 times effective and because of T-Tar's natural good bulk, it's going to live and then be able to retaliate back and maybe KO. Now that's completely out the window. Like, the Electric type does not add jack shit to Tyranitar. You took a really good combination of Rock and Dark, combine that, and there you have the undeniable GOAT that has stayed amazing throughout the generations, Tyranitar. Now, it was better back then, but it's still really good now. And you took everything about that and you fucking ruined it. You ruined the typing and you ruined the ability. Core Drive, sure, you can boost the attack, but that shit doesn't matter when, number one, you have middling speed. I mean, yeah, speed's not great, but here's the thing with T-Tar. T-Tar's speed does not fucking matter, because it has a lot of weaknesses, but it has good defenses. Because here's the thing, it has good natural defense, and its Spadef was really good because of Sandstream, because Sandstream boosted its Spadef, but it doesn't have Sandstream anymore. It's like a downgrade in every grade possible. How many more do we have to go through? Holy fucking shit, dude. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize how long this would take. I don't know when I started recording, but it's been a minute. Alright, Delibird. It's cool, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on Delibird. I fucking love that Delibird got a form. I think it looks funny. I think it looks great. I love it. I think it looks amazing. But it's not gonna be good. Ice Water with those stats, like that, those are good stats, but I feel like its move pool is not gonna be good. So, okay, whatever. I don't feel like spending too much time on it. Like, I really don't. I'm tired, and I don't want to spend too much time on it. The Pokemon I do want to spend a lot of time on. Now, my channel is called Everglade Gallade. And because I like Gallade. Is Gallade my favorite Pokemon? No, not even close. I literally chose my channel name because it rhymed. But because kind of my online persona has been Everglade Gallade, I've grown to like Gallade more over the years, just because I go by Everglade Gallade on Discord and on YouTube. So I've kind of, and on Twitter. So I've kind of like grown to like Gallade a bit more. And then when I saw this form, the Iron Valiant, this Gardevoir Gallade fusion, fighting in Fairy, mixed attacker. Bro, I got fucking horny, I'm not gonna lie. That shit just sounded too good to be true. 130 attack, 120 special attack, 116 offense. Wait, can you imagine this thing? Can you imagine running like Life Orb, Close Combat, Moonblast? Dude, that's fucking nasty as shit. Like, already a Life Orb, 120 special attack, Moonblast is gonna hurt. And then you add close combat to that, it's like, oh, okay, you switch into Steel type. Alright, Moonblast not doing maybe too much, and then next you see it. Like, what the fuck? It's gonna be so good. It's, okay, I was talking to my friend, and this is something I haven't really thought of as much, because I'm not, like, I don't think of this all the time, but mixed attackers are so good. We used to, back in the day, we used to have a lot of mixed attackers. Perfect examples that I can think of, since I play lower tiers with I play older generations with my friends. Shout out to Attack on Samurai. I play a lot of Gen 3 OU, or no, otherwise known as, okay, I play ADV OU and DPP OU with him, or I used to at least. And what I found was, back then, there used to be a lot of mixed attackers. Perfect examples of that are Tyranitar. Tyranitar is a really good mixed attacker, and Tyranitar still is technically a mixed attacker today, but it's more a physical attacker now. But Salamence was the main case. Salamence was a great mixed attacker, and still is today. But they were even more so better back then. And Infernape is probably the poster child of mixed attacker. It is great offenses, overheat, close. The combination of overheat and close combat is so fucking broken. It makes Infernape amazing. And that's what this guy is. He's like the next Infernape. And we need to find better sprite art for him, because like, that doesn't do it justice. Look at how sick this guy looks. Oh my fucking god. Incredible. Incredible design. Peak design, in fact. And I mean it. Peak design. I fucking love this design. It's like mechanoid, cybernetic, Gallade, and Gardevoir fusion, cloak-like, with that Mega Gardevoir kind of vibes, or Mega Glade kind of vibes. Ooh, it's so cool. Love it. Alright, let's get into the 4 legendaries of the game. Or like the 4, I don't know, sub-legendaries? I don't know what you call them. So, the Paradox section was my favorite section design-wise. I think most of them are, in fact, all of them are incredibly designed, and I like each of their designs. Can't say the same for the regular Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. So it was like 2 different dev teams, 2 different design teams worked on the individual models for each. But what the fuck is this? What, dude? What is this? What is this thing? I don't no. Ew. Wait, no, that's actually kind of cool. That's a cool design. That's cool. I don't know what that is. Koi fish, I guess. But like, okay, we're gonna talk about these guys. I don't think they're going to be able to be used in. Maybe they'll be able to be used, but the one that speaks out the most to me out of these 4 is. This is tough. I'm so fucking tired. I want to end this video. Like, it is 2:15. I have to be up at 7. We have quite a bit to go through. Oh boy. Do it for the content. I do it for the Lost Kids. Ting Lu, fucking amazing in terms of coverage and whatnot. And in terms of typing, I'm so tired. Fuck. Okay, in terms of stats, it's amazing. It's such a fucking wall. Like, it has such good typing. It's going to be such a good, like, tricker. Not such a good, but it's going to be a good tricker Pokemon. A good, like, stall-ish Pokemon. Shenpao is what I'm really looking at. Because Sword of Ruin, I don't know what that thing does. The power of the Pokemon's Ruinous Sword lowers the defense stat of all Pokemon except itself. So each of these abilities lower the attack of everything on the field. That is kind of sick. So Vessel Ruin lowers special attack. Okay. Shenpao, so Sword of Ruin lowers defense. Woe Chain lowers, or Tablets of Ruin lowers attack. Beats of Ruin lowers death. So automatically, if you're looking at like what's going to be some of the best breakers, Chin Pao is going to be pretty sick because Dark Ice is a really good offensive typing as seen through Weavile. And if it gets access to like knockoff or some shit, that's going to be so broken. Because 135 is really good speed and it's going to basically allow you to outspeed most or if not all, pretty much all of the metagame. And 120 attack is nothing to beat, especially with the ability sort of ruined. So that Pokemon's going to be really good. The Ting Lu guy, I don't really know how I feel about it. I think it's going to be good, but I just can't quite see exactly what kind of playstyle it's going to fit on because I don't think it's going to be the best Trick Room Pokemon. Wo Chen, okay, here are the Pokemon that I think are going to be viable in VGC. Wo Chen, I don't think is going to be viable just because, like, what does it do? No, actually, no. Wo Chen, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be one of those supportive, like, Lilith type of Pokemon. So I can see it being good. I don't know its moveset, but Dark Grass is not amazing typing, so maybe scratch that. Because, yeah, no. Defensively, supportively, you don't want a supportive Dark Grass type because that's a really bad typing to have. So, really, Ting Lu and Wo Chen seem kind of mid. Or Wo Chen seems the worst. Chi Yu seems pretty good. The only issue with Chi Yu is that it has 100 base speed, which it does not have the best bulk in the world. It has good special bulk, but not the best physical bulk. And 100 is good. Don't get me wrong. 100 is definitely solid. I just wish it was like 105 or something, because then you're tying with like base 100s, and that's not necessarily the best thing. So Chi Yu, I think is going to be good, but the best one is going to be Chen Pao, because Chen Pao is just going to be such a good breaker. Although Chi Yu is going to be really good. But honestly, all of them are going to be incredibly good just because of their abilities and their stats. Their stats are all incredibly good. I think some are better distributed than others. Chen Pao is the best example of just how they really distributed it well. And Ting Lu, I could see also being good. But each ability is fucking incredible because it's kind of like the terrains, but it's like, alright, we're just going to lower all stats on the field. And that has a lot of potential to be really good. So these Pokemon were definitely made with VGC in mind, although I still think they're going to be good for what am I about to say? They're still going to be good for singles. But I think singles, Chen Pao and Wo Chen are going to be the only good ones, because Ting Lu and Chen Pao and Chi Yu are going to be the only good ones, just because I feel like the other two are more fit for a supportive kind of role in a doubles format, so VGC. So yeah, those are my opinions on those four. I think they are really cool though. I'm not gonna lie. At first I was like, I don't really like the designs, but the more I look at them, this one I don't fucking get. This one looks weird. I love this design. I think it's really, really cool looking. This guy is pretty cool as well. And this guy, no. But you know what? We did get one really cool design. I really like that design. So, you know what? It's a W there. So, I think those four definitely have potential. I don't know if they'll be allowed in the actual first year of VGC, though. Because in 2017, we had Tapus. And this might be the replacement for the Tapus. And I think it is, which is leading me to believe that we will be able to use these in the first year of VGC. But they also seem like the legendary kind of Pokemon. And normally, we don't have legendaries the first year. But in 2017, we were allowed to have stuff like Ultra Beast as well. So, I think we'll be allowed to have these for our first year of VGC. Alright, next off, we got Koraidon, Miraidon. I'm not going to cover these guys because they're not going to be in VGC for a while. So, I think the better one is obviously Miraidon. Let's give it a $150. It just has better offense, because think about it, Koraidon, physical wise, Miraidon though, dropping Dracos. I mean, look, special dragon types are normally going to be always better than physical dragon types, just because Draco Meteor is a thing. That's a fact. Like, if you want to, a perfect example of like any Pokemon that's going to be, any dragon type is going to be good, if it's specially oriented and it can drop a hard hitting Draco, it's going to be good. If you watch like BKC, a perfect example of this is BKC, as BKC's analysis videos on DPP OU or DPP Ubers. Anything that can drop a Draco is fucking good. Right? Anyways, Tinkerton. I fucking hate this Pokemon. It's so stupid. Like, It literally just said, alright, we're gonna make sure we can make a dumbass Pokemon look as stupid as possible and somehow make it so it technically beats Corviknight, at least in like Dex entry, but it literally auto loses to Corviknight in matchups. I don't get it. Also, it's just dumb looking. Like, okay, you know what? I do like that design though. I think that's cool. But this guy, wait, you know what? I kind of hated on Tinkaton before because I looked at the like original form and I think it still looks stupid. But you know what? I do like that design. Now that I'm looking at it more, I do like this design, but it's ass. These stats are ass. Like, no. Alright, baby. Time to get into some very interesting Pokemon. Armarouge and Celerouge. Armarouge rocking 125 special attack but 75. Ooh. Fire Psychic historically has not been a good type in VGC. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good in singles and in VGC. Armarouge is going to be really good in the playthrough though, but I don't know how to feel about elsewise. Celerouge is obviously going to be the better one. It just has a better typing. Celerouge is going to be the better one specifically because those 10 more base points and speed matter so much. Because yeah, it might be running like Shadow Claw for its physical move, but that's okay because you are going to be moving first more often. Either Pokemon are not going to be good in VGC though. Like, they're just not fit for the meta. They're not fit for any of that. But you know one thing I will say though? God, they're so fucking cool looking. Obviously, Celerouge is definitely the cooler one. So, just because it looks so badass. So I do like the designs. But can we just... Actually, no. I do like this guy's design a lot now that I'm thinking about it. Anyways, let's move on. Let's go. Tentacruel, Toedscruel. I'm not going to talk much about it because like it's not going to be used in VGC. It's got the same stats. So like I don't need to talk about it. Mycelium Might is a weird kind of ass ability that I don't think is going to be good. What is it? Pokemon will act more slowly when using stats moves, but these moves will be unimpeded by the ability to target. It's a cool concept. It's not going to be that good. Tentacool, or Toedscruel. I don't know. Grass Ground is not a historically good typing. As you know, it kind of is. It's a decent defensive typing, but it has a lot of weaknesses. Water Poison is a better typing overall for defensive. So, I don't think it's going to be good. Now, how many Pokemon do we have left? Alright, I want to finish off by talking about the Bisharp evolution. So, we're going to go over the rest of these Pokemon and then skip to that. Wooper Paldea, don't have anything to say. Clodsire. Poison Ground is not a good defensive typing, so I don't think it's going to be good. Annihilate. Okay, Clodsire. It's got Unaware just like Quagsire, but Quagsire has such a better defensive typing. Water Ground is one of the best defensive typings. And Clodsire Poison Ground just adds a lot more weaknesses because you're then weak to Ground and Psychic. And strong Psychic types are always a thing in singles. So, I don't know. It just doesn't seem good. Yeah, you get more HP. So, that's kind of neat. But, like, no. I don't think it's going to be amazing. Just because Quagsire has such a better defensive typing to begin with. Sure, the stat distribution for special defense for Clodsire might be better, but you're going to be using Quagsire most of the time. Annihilate, pretty cool. But here's the thing. Its stats are actually pretty good because you gain a lot of boost. And Fighting Ghost is really neat. And it gets Define, and it gets Inner Focus as well, which is kind of fucking sick. But 90 speed is 90 speed, but it doesn't have bad bulk, so I can see it being okay. I don't think it was... I think if you're going to use it in something like VGC or singles, you definitely can make it work, but it's not going to be meta. Taurus forms. They all get Intimidate. They all get Anger Point. And I like the fact that, oh, you got Fighting, Fire, and Water. I think that's cool, but they didn't change the stats at all. So regular Taurus is always going to be better than them just because you get Sheer Force. So you can run Life Orb Sheer Force. And you're not going to be running Taurus for the Intimidate support because there are other better Intimidate Pokemon. And I'm not really going to talk with the Fire and Water forms just because, like I said, if you're going to be using Taurus, you're always going to be using regular Taurus just because Sheer Force Life Orb is already automatically better. So now finally, holy shit, I've went through so much. We have one Pokemon left to talk about, but I am going to mention some other stuff. So obviously we went over some of the abilities, and there's an entire list of like moves that Pokemon have lost and gained and whatnot, which is neat, and abilities. And here's an entire thread about buffs and nerfs. I might make a video about that. I'm not exactly so sure, but I'm not going to be going over that now because Jesus Christ, this video has been going on for way too long. But we're going to end off with one of the most broken Pokemon. In fact, I would argue the most broken Pokemon of all time. Welcome, Kingambit. Kingambit. Yeah. A Bisharp evolution. More HP, more attack, more defense, more SPDF, but lower speed. And you know what? The lower speed does matter because if you are a jolly nature Bisharp, and if you go full out in offense, you can outspeed a decent bit just because you're max speed. And if something's like base 80ish speed, but they don't invest into their speed, you'll outspeed them. So losing speed does suck. So automatically it makes it worse in terms of that, because yes, you have the defense, but that 50 base speed, ooh, it's a little rough. What's not rough is its new ability called Supreme Overlord, which is the most over the top shit I've ever heard in my life. But this ability is one of the most broken, and I mean broken abilities of all time. Just hear this for a second. Where is it? When the Pokemon enters a battle, its attack and special attack are slightly boosted for each of the allies in its party that have already been defeated. So what that means is every Pokemon of yours that is KO'd is a +1 boost to its defenses. Can you imagine this thing in singles? Because let's say you're like down bad. You're down bad. So you're down bad in your Pokemon match. You're like, shit, I'm losing. And I have like 2 Pokemon left and they still have 5. But then you send out this guy. He gets an instant +4 in attack. And then you sucker punch everything. And your opponent's only counterplay is to outplay the sucker punch. Because 135 attack coming off of like a +4 sucker punch, and it could be +5. Let's say it's your last Pokemon. It's gonna be a +5 sucker punch. You're not living. You are not living. So your only option is to outstill the PP of sucker punch and try to outplay. But the Bisharp player, the Kingambit player can call that. Like, it is the most broken shit possible. Now in VGC, do I think this is going to be incredibly good? No, because VGC operates very differently, and it's 50 base speed isn't slow enough for Trick Room, but it's not fast enough for Tailwind. Like Bisharp with Tailwind team works because you just run like max speed and Focus Sash, and then it works because you have Defiant. This guy though still could be very fucking good because you can run this thing and you can run like Defiant AV, and that shit would still be broken in VGC. So this guy's still gonna be like amazing. Like, it has 3 good abilities. I can't believe it's a Pokemon. Like, that ability is so fucking broken. Alright, so we did go through all the Pokemon. Holy shit. That took a lot longer than I expected. I really didn't think this video was going to take extremely too long. But I just wanted to get like all my thoughts out there. I'm definitely going to see if I can break this up into 2 parts though. I don't know if I can. But if I can, I will. I'm gonna try to get this uploaded tomorrow, maybe. On Sunday. We'll see though. If it comes out later, it comes out later, because I am trying to get some sleep before I wake up, because I wake up in 5 hours. No, I wake up in like 4 hours. So running on minimal sleep here. but it's for the people to let you know about my thoughts about all the new Pokemon and if I think they're going to be competitively viable or not. But yeah, if you guys enjoy, I'm so tired, so I'm not gonna have too many closing thoughts. But I will say, despite me shitting on all these designs, I am still very excited for this generation, for all the shit that they've changed and all the new Pokemon they introduced and all new strategies that might be competitively viable. I'm also very excited to just play new Pokemon games again. And I will be making more Scarlet and Violet content, especially VGC content once the game comes out, because I'm really going to definitely qualify for Worlds this year. I'm going to go pretty try hard. I'm going to go very try hard and qualify for Worlds because I really want to go to Japan, and I really think like this year VGC is going to pop off. I know San Diego regions already hit like 600 people or some shit like that. That's insane. So this year is going to be an extreme pop-off year for VGC, and I'm really excited to see what it brings. So definitely going to be making more content, so if you have not already subbed, subscribe. Really helps out the channel. And of course, getting deep analysis videos like this, quality content as well. So really appreciate it. But guys, I am beyond fucking tired. So thank you all for watching. If you made it to the end, I mean, God bless you. Jesus Christ, I wouldn't do it myself personally. It's a lot of content to go through, but I appreciate you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.